And we are back after perhaps the Panic Table's most exciting episode to date, the penultimate episode, episode 9 of Unaccompanied Miners. I'm getting instructions from off screen to light up our little name tags because they're beautiful to us. There we go.
What if I could? Ooh.
Activate. They have like disco mode too. Did you know that? Where it just goes through all the different colors. That's fun.
But that
have to
burns
take advantage of that right now. What an episode where once again so much happened. Easily the most exciting episode so far.
So far.
I drank a LaCroix right before this and I keep burping and we're just gonna keep that in. That's part of it because this is real life, y'all.
We're human.
This isn't D&D. This isn't some sort of fantasy situation. We're burping. We're burping hard. We're burping constantly and we're losing fans the more I talk. I'm so sorry.
They're all gone.
Wow.
Come back.
Yes, welcome to the Decompression session. This is where we unpack the previous episode's events just so we can kind of get on with the day without living the nightmares over and over and over again. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? There is so much to talk about and so much happened over the course of this episode. Where's everybody at? Let's check in.
I have a theory.
Hit me.
I want that theory so bad.
I'm gonna need some chips.
Okay. Not a sponsor. Every time someone dies, that sphere thing goes off.
The
fire thing, every single time someone has died, Elmo's caught on fire again. When Khan was pushed over, we killed Kapoor at the same time as the robot. We don't know that the robot's upstairs killing people, but the way he said it, the timing lines up, and every single time, he's been set on fire.
wow. I love checking it. I'm trying to read you so hard and you're unreadable.
Here's the thing, like, I mean, I can, do you want to know right now or do you want to?
No, I want to wait until tomorrow. I don't want to know if I'm right.
That's a fantastic theory. Wouldn't it be like, quick, write this down. That's really good.
Yeah.
Amazing theory.
Makes it into the thing.
Yeah, blood, mayhem, acrobatics, lasso work, ship to worm combat, mind control. You've been so generous with the like, there's so many things you could do with the Jessica protocol.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I want people to remember, is the fact that there were so many things I could have done with it, and I didn't.
That's so manipulative.
That's the thing. Everything that I love that with India, everything that she does is a double-edged, like I'm always thinking about the good part of it, but also the self-congratulating, like self-fulfilling, what the part of it that makes me feel good about myself.
I can't remember anything that happened before y'all got in the mines today, and I know a bunch of stuff happened.
Well, we came back on the ship.
Yeah.
I landed, which was great.
Yay.
Oh, you had the cool landing.
The cool landing.
That's right.
The 3-point
Yeah.
nature in the air. Which
Surprised everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then Barry mouthed off because he wanted more credit.
I just, I think Barry forgets his age often, but also just has done so much work, and he just has such a clear mind of like, he was expecting applause, like while the ship was like, everyone's like, yay, Barry, and nobody did that, and it really just, he doesn't like being second fiddle, and UB40 is like, makes Barry seem like a pawn in her plan, and this is like Barry's world.
How are we feeling about UB40?
She's shady. I don't like her.
Yeah, she's definitely a dubious character for sure.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah, that's my.
That's the word of the
I got
week.
it on the toilet paper roll, and they have the word that they don't, but it feels like a word of the day.
I
It's a
trust
Friends
you.
reference.
I
No, it's a
trust
Friends. If
UB40.
you know, you know. If you don't, it's okay. Pero yes. Yeah, UB40. I think I've talked about this in another debrief that India definitely has sort of like they've had a weird relationship from the get.
Natural enemies.
I think it's like for me, I'm like if she ends up being terrible, I'm like I thought she was terrible from the get go. As usual, India is right. So
What about this side of the table?
I'm with her.
I'm with her.
That's so great,
100%.
because you've also got like the usual do-gooders, and over here you have the ne'er-do-wells.
The murdering do-gooder.
yeah.
Yes.
So now we
Welcome.
got a murder crossover here. She and I have things in common.
Maybe it's because we haven't been like a
Rich.
united party ever in this season, but like usually we come up with like a fun little like team name for ourselves as the party, especially if you all wind up stuck together again anyway. Something to just simmer on. Maybe we'll come up with that at the decompression session for episode 10. But
Team
just
Barry.
something, if you all survive to the end. Team Barry, that's what we got. Never mind, you figured it out.
You'll have to kill me.
Fantastic.
to Make it seem very sweet.
Yeah, UB40 made it clear that you're just a part of the bigger plan.
I hate that.
What else happened?
We before
a
we went
blur.
down in the mines.
Yeah.
We flew the ship into the mines directly.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Shot a worm.
Eddie, like, crawled through a crevasse to get down and cut off or met them in the thing, and then we all met there. Oh, we faced off a little bit.
Yes.
You stole a gun.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just covered in weapons
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, Jerry is now
Jerry is-
planted on the back. I am so ready to use that to track you down or do something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can track me down, Sweets, but I don't know if it's gonna do much.
So what ended up happening with the sensor? Did you just put the mouse on it and leave?
Yeah, it did quick work of that. So
Did we
But
see
it eats AI.
Yeah, whatever. It's a technology. It was just too great. Just let it do it. She was gonna smash the thing with a hammer. She was going to use an artificially intelligent viral mouse to do it. I'm totally with you. We'll cut around it.
Yeah, it's
What?
Because right now we have the recording where I'm just like, it's hungry, and I'll cut this out too, so you'll never know. But we'll leave all of it in. But yeah, it's it's sometimes it just comes down to like what's the best.
No, it has
scene.
to eat it. It has,
Has to eat it. It's just yeah.
Oh, we
That's-
can't.
yeah.
We can't go back. Yeah, no.
No, the sensor is.
It has to eat
yeah,
it.
that needed to.
You needed that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go.
For me, that was my principal goal was just getting that sensor done.
It's downhill
for it.
from here,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
now it's. I feel like India's kind of executed a lot of her nefarious plan, and I'm curious to see what her end goal is now at this point. Because
That's
she's
what I was
kind
gonna
of-
ask.
Yeah, I think I'll have to have a think. Because I think the thing is, it keeps changing as she learns more information. She
Yeah.
is allowing her mind to be changed as she learns new things.
Right.
Because I feel like, again, she's 17. And I think you're young, you're learning things.
Mm-hmm.
You have really clear, this is her first time outside of her home. So
Yeah.
maybe this is a time where everything that she thought she knew
Oh, for
is
sure.
kind of being tossed on its head. The colony has been going through some weird things, and she's really trying to figure out what her place is in this world. And we're watching her sort of figure out what is next. Mutt is no longer under my control, which is festive and fun, or India's control.
Is that right?
Yes, he mentioned.
Oh, Mutt was like, yeah, war off. I'm just really respect the work.
Wow.
yeah. So, and I think that is why not mistreating them, because I know it's a temporary solution.
Full confession too. I think Mutt's like, I can fix her.
And I love that for him.
Yeah.
And I love
I can
that
save
for
her.
him.
This wreck.
Yeah, and I love.
I'm gonna rebuild this shit.
No, the thing is, I love that is what makes the best of friends.
Yeah.
Is you gotta have a crazy one and a one that's like, aw.
And that
You're just a
doesn't.
project.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother Mutt at all. That
To his core. Yeah. The whole anti-synthetic thing. Yeah.
and that he's just helped her destroy the one thing that will help other androids.
I mean, I guess he's zeroed out, so he's not too upset about it at the moment. But that's the neat thing about synthetics is they all have their own personhood and mindset. It's not like a hive mind situation where they're all thinking together.
Hey.
Wow. I would say though, Queen of Anticlimax is the wrong word. It's just that you walked into my big what the, and we're like, no thanks.
Yeah,
did your thing and walked out.
I also have like a cowardly condition that is I've
been watching you definitely move around having to deal
Yeah.
with anything that requires you to take more stress as it's incredible to see your mind fray just as everything
It's
happens.
bad.
Yeah. You're hurting.
But like my cowardly thing is fear, save, or flee. And
Yeah.
in that situation, I said, getting the heck out of Dodge. And again, like the cowardly thing to do is to shoot people in the back of the head when they're not noticing. Like that's sort of why I've been making those sort of cowardly decisions, because a condition of mine isn't that I kind of am a little snaky. And to me, a coward thing
Yeah.
to do is to shoot someone in the back of their head when they're not noticing.
I like that you wore the Apex Predator
punch 'em.
outfit today.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
really
like
great.
very
Yeah.
ready to prowl and pounce, if I will.
And she at least Mutt wedged that ATV into the tunnel behind you all, which you haven't discovered yet, and that'll be a fun thing. But that's that situation,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see where it goes. Because you don't even know about the crab.
I don't.
Nope, no crab.
No.
That's happening, and
Where is the crab?
right now it's in the maintenance bay.
So he's going
It's just
towards
peeled
the
its way
people Is it going deeper into?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's using its thermal sensors. Do you remember the
Annoying.
crab from episode 1? Great.
I don't know if it was.
I remember you made a little special note about that. I don't want you to forget about that. That's all I'll say.
I remember making some.
Three of you are here in like the plot proper as India executes her nefarious schemes. Let's talk about that. Big weird room. Zero G toppling. What's going on? Reactions?
Well, because I had the dream earlier with Elmo on the throne, so I originally thought he was like the one causing this, but now he seems to be like the tool of a greater power because he does not seem to be enjoying this at all or having any control of what's going on.
I think the crazy part for me was when you're like, yeah, I keep sending you horses, buddy. I'm like, I will end your life if you send any more horses.
Yeah, Elmo just wanted to make you happy and wasn't aware he was at the controls of something bigger than what he could understand. Yeah.
I wonder what, because like as I was falling into the pit, I was like, there's zero G. So I initially thought that it was going to be like a lot more lethal than, maybe it would have been lethal, but I'm interested what's down there and if Gracie like caught sight of anything that is of note or interest.
Sorry I saved you.
No, not at all.
So selfish.
Well, I would still have the info if I caught sight of something. So I'm interested to get.
Yeah, what do we make of the spire of what's going on, of the discovery down here in the depths of Lover's Rock?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of upset we killed Kapoor, but then at the same time.
Yeah, what was that? Eddie has been through so much. Can we just talk about Eddie for a second here?
Congrats.
The dice have been against you the entire season.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. I think at some point you just, that's who you are now. But
Great.
it also told this amazing story of like repeat catatonic states. Yeah. And now of both Death Wish and Rage stacking on each other, you have this like...
Wait, Rage is done, though.
Rage is done, but you had that Death Wish situation. Basically, this inner violence that's coming from a place of like deep stress from Eddie has been fascinating to see you swim as hard as you can against, but like fall victim to anyway. What's going on in your head about all of that?
I'm upset.
Really?
I'm like, I said this earlier. I am afraid to roll the die.
Yeah.
Because I am already like,
Yeah.
I'm doomed. I'm also doomed, but in a different sense. Like
That's the gnarliest condition, in my opinion. That
I got a 22, and I'm like, nope.
Wicked.
But I don't know. I think we were saying that the dice play a good story, and I'm like, I hate it that it is actually true. Do I regret killing Kapoor? Maybe just because I wanted that info, but
Yeah, when she looked you in the eyes and was like, I could have saved them,
yeah.
and then you blew her head off.
Yeah. Because I don't know, it's not the same way as it's been in everybody's dream, where it's like an urchin and like everybody's bodies like spreading out from it. It's just Elmo, the captain, and
This is not the sea urchin.
This is- okay.
Yeah, the thing that you saw.
Yeah.
Eerily reminiscent of the whole situation. Like, definitely not out of the Venn diagram of overlapping weirdnesses going around here.
Yeah. But I don't know. I have one long shot to see if we can still figure something out from Kapoor, but
Obsessed that
That's
India
for
sees the
next
horse
week.
and was like, nah.
No.
No,
So
thank
let's
you.
go. Come on. Again, that was me sort of in the cowardly mindset of fear, save, or run.
Oh, I forgot Mutt's armor's wrecked now.
Yeah.
Would you mind reminding me that in case that comes up again? I'll totally forget and don't have a spreadsheet.
Like,
open.
luckily, he's not,
Yeah.
his armor, he's not taken much. I've taken more of a beating than he has.
You've taken more, but like
Yeah.
you're just bulletproof for the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yeah, if it's helpful, just things we would know off the top of our heads is that the crab is like an anti-vehicle, anti-personnel mumbo jumbo, so it doesn't really matter how Iron Man you are. That's going to be a problem when you get up
Yeah.
there.
if you make it up.
Yeah, other thoughts? Been kind of quiet over here, Bear.
Because my every single plan I have just gets destroyed. I was expecting the respect from UB40, so then I was like, you know what? I'll get the respect by getting the sensor.
And that was a two. Oh yeah, because she was like, "Hey, good job. You can't be acting like this." Mm-hmm. And which to you was much just a slap in the face,
Yes,
right?
Like he's not mature. So like, and then it's also like not just her respect, but if I'm the one with the sensor, I'm the one with the control.
You downloaded all of the ICS's files, right? So that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I know. I'm hoping there is. I'll save it for next week.
Yeah, because Amina's dead. Mm-hmm. Ravi's still around. So you still have one survivor who understands how this all operates. And Amina probably left a paper trail if she invented something. So, like, there's ways to resurrect this thing. It doesn't look like anyone's going to get zeroed out anytime soon from these things. So, yeah. But that's one less person who knows how to fix everything. And the con line has ended here on Lover's Rock. That's how Barry's doing. I loved them. They were just so fun. Like, it was fun having a brother-sister team, both of just, like, seriously cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for them just to die horrible deaths.
Yeah.
is-
Pretty horrific.
Yeah, mushed up by worms.
Amina was crushed on one side
Right.
already.
Yeah.
And then you threw her over.
Just
the
a true
ledge.
believer in
Yeah.
geology. She's like, I'm here for it. I'll show up for cool discoveries. I'm a
Like,
scientist.
you're broke down. Go lay down, sis. But
Yeah.
no, she wants to go in a mine somewhere.
Yeah.
Ugh, silly.
I feel like Kapoor would have, like,
That murder was going to happen no matter what.
I mean, yeah, like the fact that Kapoor murdered Khan, like, if we would have kept her alive, like, she definitely would have just tried to kill us anyway. Like, there's no reason for us to be alive if
Yeah.
we've just told
Yeah.
her that we know that she killed somebody, that she killed the captain. So it was definitely going to be, like, I feel bad that we didn't, like, get the info from her, but it was definitely going to be, like, villain monologue before she, like,
I had the best monologue that you just
bet.
cut short with a literal laser cutter.
Flashback.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. We'll just go back. Just her practicing her monologue in her room. That's so funny.
Comrades, is this how she begins it?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The vaguely Kremlin. No, you just kept laying into her though. It was fun because like just playing Dr. Kapoor, I hit a point where it's like they're not gonna let up. Like she's not gonna be able to wriggle her way out of this conversation.
We needed the stupid remote.
Yeah. It was just because even prior to the remote situation, like if y'all hadn't pushed her, she was gonna like eventually. My whole perspective was that like ultimately Kapoor wouldn't tolerate anybody reporting this to the company.
Right.
yeah.
Because there are things she needed to do in private and viewed all of you as collateral damage if it gets out. And so she was prepared to deal with that eventually. But if you had believed her, yeah, she would just been like, great, everyone go to bed now. And left it at that. So,
Which we weren't going to do.
Yeah, no, it's probably for the best that you just capped her. Which,
Yeah.
How about you? They've weighed in on the whole giant spire situation. What's
I'm thinking about, like, so is Elmo impaled, or he's just on?
hard to say? It definitely not the way Carol Thompson was, which
Yeah, so she's impaled, and that's similar to, like, the visions that we saw of everybody
it's not
being...
dissimilar. I mean, you get the sense that Chance just has been down here and hucked her body over the edge. She was probably already dead. He didn't bother to suit her up when he dragged her out here. Just let the vacuum do it.
And
then
I guess
put her
he just,
down.
like, threw her down there.
And the
just
one
to,
place
like...
people wouldn't find her.
Yeah,
immediately,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no theories. I don't know what the fuck is going on down there.
wild.
I'm not going to pretend to know. I am so sad that the sensor is... Do we know that it's destroyed?
Oh,
It's-
yeah. Well, you don't know it's destroyed, but... Yeah,
Okay, but it's destroyed. So that's sad, but maybe we can make another one.
Maybe.
Not in an episode long. Yeah, but
Hacking speed. Don't worry, we got it.
right. Yeah. I mean, maybe if I get some of the speed that India had when she was crafting her mind control device in 5 minutes.
India, you said something to Dr. Kapoor that caught my interest right as you walked out of the room. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Said, you're not my hero anymore. I think that was a big moment for, India has these monologues.
We've noticed.
In her head and outside of her head
Yeah.
a lot of the time. And I think when she was tunneling through this area, we don't know what she was thinking about. We don't know what she was, but she was just, I think for me, I think the words of UB40 were just ringing in my head. Because while UB40 is the worst,
Yeah.
she doesn't really lie. She's still a straight shooter. So, and I had her under that. And, we don't know exactly what was said, but we know that she told me
Yeah.
everything that was going on. And I think in that moment, I think the fact that, because I don't know where Dr. Kapoor is during this whole endeavor. Do I know she's in the mine? I don't think I did.
Yeah, you...
But I think I knew that she, like, we were supposed to have coffee that morning. She ditched me. Like, there was just so many things that sort of just told me
You're on your own.
she was just not really, like, I was just a pawn for
Yeah.
her in a way. And that's, as a girl who's from money, a girl from privilege. I'm not. People don't use me. I
Right.
use people. So the fact that I was used,
Hurts.
it's just like, what the like that. You're supposed to be my hero. You're not supposed to use me for your. I'm supposed to use other people. You're supposed to teach me how to use people for their.
Right.
And so I just think that like she just kind of lost respect for her,
Right
and
on.
then seeing her down there with these people, like ew.
Strong theme of killing our sort of mentor
Yeah.
figures. Is that a thing? So yeah,
I think-
eventually
yeah, I think
Gracie
it's
will
a-
murder her dad.
Yeah.
You'll
Right.
find Patrick and Molly and just blow them away at
I thought
point
you were gonna
blank.
say I was gonna kill Jackson.
Oh yeah. Jackson's like, hey buddy, and you're like, whap! And that's the end
I
of
feel like the show
that.
is like never meet your heroes.
What? Look at these
Oh,
dice.
God.
Flying horse duck. They've done it again. They've made these super cool dice. We love them.
I know.
And you should too. Check it out. 60-sided things. Thank you so much, David and the team. I want to bring these up every single time because I love them that much. They make the game zesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yours are cursed.
Yeah.
We've already written the Flying Horse Duck team to see what can be done
Are
about
his
that.
cursed or is he? Because you swapped out the
Twice
guy,
now. Yeah, that's the
and-
third swap.
Once.
I've been swapping yours almost every session. Full disclosure.
With whose?
Anwar, it's you, dude.
You bring the bad vibe. When
So
you're
you've
like,
been
I'm gonna
screwing
fail.
up my luck, man.
Oh, so wait, if it had just been the same ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. That's
This is
my
like
fault.
this is the
I'll take it on
gambling
me.
mentality I've ever. It's the machine. It's not me. It's the machine.
And while we're making accusations, let's make our favorite ones of all. Who got the gold star? The gold star being the award that the cast gives to one of their own as they pick who made the most valuable plays, who did the best RP. Big moments this episode. Hard for me to do. Everyone had a big thing going. Each one of you.
I kind of want to give it to Eddie just for first kill. That's great. It doesn't feel great. Just yeah.
My evil lark, let's go.
Yeah, he's in his redemption arc right now.
Yeah.
It's not
as
so
we call
funny
it.
when you're in it, is it?
No.
Yeah, now it's not a joke when it's your turn to be redempted.
I think my fails were kind of epic. So I should
They
get
were
like,
awesome.
like a bronze star, not a gold star.
Yeah, like a Purple Heart sort of a situation.
For
He's a
trying.
survivor.
It should-
Because disproportionately, he failed most of his roles
like
today,
bad.
right? Whoever's keeping count of the G's Louises is now also keeping count of the
Critical fails.
critical fails.
yeah.
Yeah, just keep that in the comments for us. That'd be great. Okay, we got one vote for Eddie.
I really want to give it to Eddie for being alive and having like critically failed everything. However, India has completed her task, and that's enormous and like not unearned. Didn't earn the luck. Luck isn't earned, but
She
there-
took your luck. You know that, right? That's just
Yeah.
how it is. You've had all his good roles.
I think everyone's good rolls.
yeah, that's my vote.
One for India, one for Eddie.
I
Two for
also,
India.
I'm
yeah.
gonna give it to India.
Wild.
Do you vote who I vote for?
Consistently.
Yeah. I don't know. You're my moral compass.
Oh,
Deal
right
with
on.
it. Yeah.
Someone has to keep
I
it on
embrace
track.
that.
No, I think honestly it was the completing my task because I did not know if I was actually gonna get in the mines and get
And
back out.
we
and
were all
that
trying to
was-
stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you were just like, and you called this out already, is like you went into the thing, did what you had to do, and bye.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my business. I'm not. It's
not your ministry.
No, it's not my ministry. I'm not in the impaling ministries, nor am I in the worm ones or the space horse, the sporces industry.
Space Horse.
So yeah, no, I'm about my task.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about my business.
Somewhere in this colony, Aisha's like, Space Horse.
Space horse, a sporce. Yeah.
Maybe I'm typing it in
No,
wrong.
I have her like searching. She'll get back to me eventually, I think.
Hey, you know what? It really comes down to how it's going on the support end of things, but that gold star might soon be a reality. For now, take this imaginary one, keep it right here.
So I'm guessing the stars aren't purchased yet.
Again, it's $6.95. So if anyone can make that happen for us,
Just please.
We've-
I'm desperate to get a gold star.
it's all we have, and we don't even have it. So we can get that.
This has been another episode of the Decompression Session. This was the end of episode 9 of Unaccompanied Miners season 1. This has been the Panic Table. I usually am Cameron Danger Strittmatter, and this is a lot of fun. Thanks for playing. We'll see you for the final episode.
We're all alive.
So,
Wow.
you've survived to the last episode, and that is commendable. Space.
Space.
Horse.
Horse.
Space.
Space.
Horse.
Horse.